Well, hello. It is Tuesday, and I am Cindy Rowe, your hostess of the Kindness Advantage, where in 10 minutes or less, I give you tips on how to incorporate kindness not only in your life, but into your business or organization as well. So, I have titled this episode as The Difference Between Nice and Being Kind. And I bring this up because I actually stumbled across a quote. And for any of you that know me personally, you know I absolutely love quotes. But it says, the quote I ran across was, always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. And it got me thinking, like, how many people actually intertwine those two words, being nice and being kind. And so I wanted to dissect it a little bit and kind of give you a few real life examples of the difference of being nice and being kind. And I'm going to tell you, if you had to choose one, choose to be kind. So what's the difference, the big difference? So nice is the way it makes you feel. So to be nice to somebody, it actually makes you feel better, right? When you're being nice to somebody. But being kind is actually an act of doing something good. So you're not expecting a payback. You're not expecting anything from that other person when you are being kind. Whereas when you're being nice, you're expected something in return. So, what if you have a friend that comes to you and they're like, hey, what do you think of my new haircut? And you think it looks terrible. But instead of telling them really what you think about it in a polite way, by being nice, you might say, oh, I love your new haircut. But if they look silly or whatever and it doesn't fit them, that's not being very kind. So most times, being nice can look like we're avoiding conflict, and that we just don't want to offend anybody. And so we just say what we think they want to hear. Being kind, however, is you're not, like I mentioned earlier, you're not expecting a payback. So, for instance, when you are doing kind things around the office, let's say you come in and you're like, good morning, good morning, good morning, hello, how are you? You're not expecting that in return. And it's not going to ruin your day if somebody doesn't respond back to you, good morning, or if somebody doesn't ask you how you're feeling. You are just being kind by putting it out there and welcoming them, good morning. So being kind really is, in your mind, or on the top of your mind, I should say, is that you are thinking about the other person's well-being, not necessarily what do I get in return. So doing something for the benefit of another. So kindness, I guess you could say, is lifting others up, where being nice or the niceness is just like climbing a social ladder, if you want to say that. And I will tell you that sometimes being kind doesn't always feel nice, right? So let's give the example of, if you are having lunch with a friend and she's got spinach in her teeth. Sometimes it's a little nerve-wracking to say, hey, Sally, you have spinach in your teeth, and sometimes people, feel a little embarrassed to say something to somebody. Or what if your friend's breath absolutely stinks and you feel like you're being nice by not saying anything? But you're actually ruining their day. Think about it. Like, if you had that experience and then you go and have an important meeting with spinach in your teeth or horrible breath, and you just were with a friend and they didn't say anything to you, it kind of breaks your trust. So you can actually say it in a kind way, very politely. Hey, Sally, you have spinach in your teeth. Or, hey, Sally, I just let you know your breath is kind of stale. Maybe you might want to chew on some gum or run some mouthwash in your mouth or whatever. So you can say it politely and it's actually helpful. And in the long run, they're going to appreciate you and trust you with that. And you're just going to build up your relationship and that trust factor versus if you didn't say anything at all. I'm going to leave you on the last few couple tips here. Kindness, you're not worried about what others think of you. You're not looking for ways to receive positive feedback. You're just giving out, the best to somebody else, genuinely helping others. So that's a good way to build trust and to become known as, I would rather be known as the kind person versus the nice person. And I also think people feel like being kind is actually a pushover, and I know I've mentioned this on other episodes before, is a weakness, but it's not. I mean, it actually takes quite a lot of courage and strength to tell somebody, especially when it's a negative situation, what's up, right? To be honest and truthful with them, and a little uncomfortable. But if you're not worried all about what others think of you and that you're just doing the best for other people, then it gets a lot easier. So there's my little rant on the difference between being nice and being kind. And I hope you have found it a little bit more helpful that they are two different things. And maybe in the workplace, you'll realize the importance of kindness versus being nice all the time. So no more Mr. Nice Guy. I don't know. Tell me your thoughts. I would love to hear about it. And I'm going to leave you with this. Please, everybody, just have a great day and be kind to somebody today. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next week.